Freshmen, another thing, do not let those counselors like run you over or control the show when you're picking your classes. You need to make it clear with them what you want because it's your schedule at the end of the day. It's not their schedule. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to register for classes for this fall, spring, for years to come. I'm just going to share with some tips that you can use when picking your classes and also some tips on how you can get the classes that you want and just like the differences kind of between the university and community colleges registration online. So if you are looking or struggling or need to learn how to register your classes on your own because you know your counselors sometimes don't help you, then stay tuned because I'm going to give you all the insights. The first thing you need to do is talk to a counselor. Obviously, this is common sense. If you're a freshman, you're guaranteed to already have a counselor. But for years beyond freshman year, you need to schedule those appointments yourself because they're not going to reach out to you individually. You have to reach out to them so that they are aware that you are invested in continuing in this school or just your education in general. When you are talking with your counselor, you are coming up with an academic plan. An academic plan is a layout of all the classes that you are going to take within that year of you being there. So you have a layout and can kind of comprehend what you are going to take within the semester so that you're not scrambling at the last minute to get your classes in. By having an academic plan, you are able to just search up the classes real quick, get the time that you want, and then put it into the server. Freshmen, another thing, during orientation, you meet with counselors depending on how many days your freshman orientation is. I know for Ball State, it was 2 days for me, so I had to stay overnight. The second day is when we started to schedule our classes. Freshmen, do not let those counselors like run you over or control the show when you're picking your classes. You need to talk to them and you need to make it clear with them what you want because it's your schedule at the end of the day. It's not their schedule. Like, you need to tell them, no, this is what I want to do. Because I know way too many people that didn't even take any classes geared towards their major because some of the counselors in a way kind of like screwed them over and was like, no, you should just take general ed classes for fall semester, get them out of the way, and then for spring semester take your major classes that you need. Like, no. If you don't want to do that, you need to tell them that because honestly, that's a lot of hard work to have all 4, 5 core classes get out of the way. Those core classes are English, math, science, and social studies. Unless you want to take all of those classes and have a rough semester, don't do that. Like, I mean, it is different for everybody, but again, too many people I know did that and it kind of screwed them over. I would say have a mixture of both your regular gen ed classes and your regular major classes. Also, make sure that if you have credit from a high school that they know that, because when you get there and have your meeting with them, they honestly, they seem like they don't really know you have credit or not because they ask you when you're at that table. So make sure they know that you have credit and that you don't need to take certain classes so that you don't have to repeat and pay extra money for those classes that you already have credit for. Okay? Because sometimes they don't know, honestly, and they'll put you in a class that you didn't even need to take. They will ask you if you are a morning person or a night person. Classes range from early in the morning to all the way pitch dark black at night. So you need to know for yourself if you are a morning person or a midday person or a evening person. It's your schedule. You want to set yourself up for success for the first semester that you have for the school year. Honestly, that first semester determines a lot. So you want to start off good and get a good start to your school year. Because I am going to be a transfer student at a community college this year, I actually contacted my counselor that I would have there, asking them, can I set up an academic plan for myself so that I am set up for success. The email doesn't have to be complicated whatsoever. All you have to say is, good morning, my name is Chiffon Claiborne. I am a transfer student. I would like to schedule an appointment with an advisor so that we can discuss my educational plan at said community college. Thank you, Chiffon. And then he was super nice and he said, hello, Chiffon. Thank you for your email. What is your ID number and your date of birth for records? And I would be happy to help you schedule an appointment. Can you tell me about the major you're pursuing or what program you're interested in? So he was super nice, and he has to get to know me so that he can recommend the correct classes for me and the major that I am. So I let it known to him that I am a transfer student and that I am looking to also be able to get an associate's degree, graduate by spring, and also transfer out to another to another university by this spring. Me and him worked together so that this would be possible for me. As a freshman, this is what you get when you are planning your classes with your counselor. This is a grid from Monday through Friday with times, and then also the classes at the top. This is what, I took freshman year or whatever. But what you do is, once you figure out your classes and the times that you want, you are going to insert those classes either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it sets out like such a nice plan of what you are going to be taking at what time. That was so helpful. I thought that it was so good to have such like a structured plan each single day so that I knew which classes I had so that I wouldn't miss any, and also what times they were. So I really recommend that, and I don't know about other colleges, but I'm sure that you can get these off of the internet somewhere to get you completely structured. So after you figure out all of that, I highly recommend a planner in college. I know most of us did not use those planners that they gave us in high school, but I'm telling you, in college, you're gonna want it, or something to remind you of everything that you have to do. This is my planner from freshman year, if any of you remember. And simply what I did was I wrote all of my classes down, and then I would leave spaces so that I would know what homework I would have for that day. But I would organize it by what class I had, the time, and also what building I had it in, because that's when I was still getting to know the campus and didn't want to get lost, so that I would be prepared and know what class that I would need to go to. Something else that is super important in getting the classes that you want is knowing when your time ticket opens. Your time ticket is the time span between when you can start registering and getting the classes that you want. The longer you wait, especially at a university, those classes fill up so quickly. Go and register for your classes when your time ticket opens. Like, literally, don't wait. Try and figure everything out. Even if you don't have your whole plan scheduled out yet, still register for some classes, because those classes really do fill up fast, and if you wait, then you won't get the times that you want. So me and my counselor, we came up with a really good list for me on what to take for this fall so that I am on track to be scheduled to graduate in the spring. I originally was going to take about 20-ish credits for the fall, which I'm not really opposed to it, but he suggested that it is going to be a pretty tough course load because of how many credits I would be taking, and also because I was taking over 20 credits. I don't know if this is at a university, but I just found out at community college, if you take over 18 credits, you have to submit something to a dean so that they can approve you to have that amount of credits. So because of that, and because I'm registering so late, I didn't want to go through the dean to get registered for classes, so I'm probably just gonna back off and not take as many as I was hoping to, just so that I don't have to go through the dean. So yeah, so right now I'm going to show you how you can actually pick your classes and register for them. So what you want to do is you want to go to your school's courses website. So this is where you pick your classes and you are able to see what available classes are open. So right now I'm on my school's website, and I am going to do English first because I need to take English. That was one of my options for what to take this semester. So I'm gonna scroll down all the way to English 102 because I already took 101. And this school, they are giving like 5 different options on how you can attend the school. So you can either do online, sync online, hybrid, flex classes, and just like face-to-face, like go. So for me, I don't want to do hybrid because this is face-to-face, like you have to go to classes on certain days, and sometimes it's online. Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to do in person at all. And then sync online is my best option. Sync online is sometimes you're gonna have Zoom calls, and then completely online is also one of my options too. And then flex online is also an option for me because students can choose to either attend in person or attend remotely or watch the session recorded. So those are the 3 options that I'm definitely going to be looking at. So here for English 102, I'm definitely already right here. I'm going to skip the hybrid one because I don't want that one. There's one open at 2 o'clock to 3:15. That's kind of late for me. Normally I would get done, like fall semester and spring semester, I would get done with class by like 12. So I like taking my classes early and just getting them out of the way. So that's a little late for me, but it would be between Monday and Wednesday. So ooh, wow, a lot of classes are wait listed online, are waitlist only. So that kind of sucks. So now that I am looking at this, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna want to take this class or not, just because 2 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. isn't really ideal for me. But I'm gonna write this class down anyways. So the important thing that you want to do is you want to write down this registration number. This number is called the CRN. You're going to later put the CRN into the self-service banner. So for English, it's 10184. And now I'm just going to continue this process for the rest of my classes and hope that they are still open, and hope that they have times that I can really get into as well. If you are scared about the professor that you are choosing, there is this website called Rate My Professor, and you can actually see what people rate their professor, the reviews on the professor, how they are, and all of that. So before you even choose a class, you can get a scoop about what your professor is about. Okay, you guys, so I am nearly done with my schedule. I had to compromise a little bit just so that I can stay on track. So all in all, for fall, I'm going to be taking 17 credits, which is just under the mark, so that I wouldn't have to email the dean or anything like that. And so now I'm going to show you very quickly how to input your CRN numbers so that your classes are secured and you're registered in them. Alright, so now all you want to do is you want to go to your college's self-service banner. So it's like kind of like their website for the students, where you see like your financial aid, your personal information, stuff like that. You want to choose fall 2020 and submit. Wait for that to load, and then it tells you how you do everything. And I'm gonna start typing in all of the class CRN numbers that I copied. And there you go. Now all of your classes are going to pop up, and you are going to see everything from what class it is, the course number, the section, the credit, how many credit hours it is, and then the title of the class. Okay guys, so I hope that this video was really helpful on how the registration process works in college. It's really not that hard once you get used to it. Freshman year, for fall at least, you don't have to worry about it because the counselors do it for you. But for spring, that's something definitely that you need to know how to do, and it's really not that hard. Just make sure that you're on top of your ticket timeline so that you don't have to go through the struggles that I went through in picking classes and then having to repick classes because those classes were closed or they weren't the certain times that I wanted. But yeah, so if you have any questions, leave them down below. Comment what you want to see next. I'm trying to get like my college series videos back up and running, so especially since, you know, school's about to start. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Like this video, and thanks for watching.